How's it going, social partner dancer? Bachata, zouk, zomba, salsa, I don't care which dance you're from. If you want to know more about how the communication between bodies, not verbal communication, but the touching language works, you want to know more about the social dance game. And I organize the communication of partner dance in 5 deals, 5 agreements. In this video, I'm going to talk about the first agreement, that is, let's see. I'm going to explain here in my way how the communication in touch in partner dance works, and you're going to see that makes so much sense and helps you to think better your connection. So the first deal is about when we touch each other. Doesn't matter which part of the body we are talking about. Here I draw 2 hands, but it's just to describe for you. So one body is going to touch the other. There's going to be this point of contact here, and we're going to apply some force against each other to be feeling each other. We're going to decide who is the leader and who is the follower, and through this connection we're going to use as a bridge of communication, of language, and the leader is going to speak and the follower is going to listen. Nice. Those roles inside a dance, they are symbolic. The leader is also listening, the follower is also leading, but here let's simplify because I'm talking about the first deal. It's like semantics. It's like grammar, right? The grammar of the communication. So I wrote here how to start. Basically, in between two people, you choose who's the leader, who's the follower. The leader decides one position. The follower decides the pressure of connected stillness, what I also call as pressure frequency. So very basically, one person offer the hands, keep that position still. So because he kept that position still, this other person can come and start to slowly increase the pressure against and choose a position that they want to have. Now, this other body here, that is the leader in this case, goes, okay, I understood that that's your pressure. Now I can apply more or less force, and we are going to move. In this case, in this axis here, but could work in any axis. Let's keep going. So we have a point of contact. As I said, the leader resists to the position, to the follower's force connected to a position until a follower stabilize. Then follower keep pressure and move accordingly to leader's force variation. And that's how we're going to communicate. So just another way of explaining, when we have the leader force and the follower's force equal and matching in opposite, we have zero, we have stillness, and that's the pressure of connected stillness. Now, I want you to explain this. This force interaction here can become movement. So if I press more, we can move, or if I press more, we can have more pressure if the follower resists. So we have to sync those two things in the first moment, sync the position, choose one position and be still, and then sync the pressure, and that's connection, being this moment. So you can feel this by choosing the position of your hands, pressing a little, just a little, and feeling the position and the pressure between your hands. That's the first deal of connection. That's the bridge that is going to allow communication in between the two bodies in the touch. Now, how this communication works? We have to have some sense of balance and symmetry, just like when you're pressing your hands here, keeping a position in force interaction with other person, other body. The information will flow like this. Force variations, if I apply more force or less force, will become or change of pressure and change of position. And the follower's role is make sure that all this force variation is becoming a change of position and not a change of pressure. So here, the follower listening is to keep the pressure frequency. So the pressure variation equals to 0. There is no pressure variation because you're keeping the pressure frequency that you decided. And the force variation that the leader produces will become a variation in your guy's position. That's how he can lead. Like in a Morse code, you have a machine that sends the signal on and off, and you also have an antenna that receives the signal, and then you have the bridge that works to the communication, just like the Wi-Fi that you're using to watch me right now. Now, the leader speaking is about how much force you apply, and when you match the follower's pressure frequency, you're going to be still. When you apply more, you're going to move towards their body, and when you apply less, you're going to move away from their body. So we have to recognize how much is the level of still, and then we can decide applying more or less, just like balancing on something. You recognize the center, and then if I want to go forward, I go towards it. If I want to go back, I go away from it. Okay? When the leader moves towards the follower response, the follower resistance depends on their pressure frequency, depends on the way that they imagine themselves to be. And we call this as weight, their imaginary mass. Now, when the leader moves away from the follower, how much glue the follower is to the leader is what I call as dynamic adhesion. It's like she creates a gravity field, and now when you move away from their body, they fulfill the empty space that you left, and it feels like they have adhesion on you. They are glued on you, you know? So just like when I hold my phone like this and I move up and down, it feels like it's glued on my hand because of gravity. The followers create the same sensation to any direction. It's like a gravity field. Some dances, they are going to use more this in the common way of dancing. In some dances, they are going to use less. So how I like to see this weight, this resistance towards, and this adhesion, this capacity of gluing and going together when the leader moves away, as two different topics that you can match, have them in the same intensity, or have more of one and less of the other. And this is going to become different sensations to the leader. In the next videos, I'm going to talk about the other layers that allow us to communicate. And those layers, they're going to be about the surface, they're going to be about angles, they're going to be about when we send the follower throwing away, and the fifth deal is about frame. So if you are liking this content and you already feel that this helps you to understand better and to think better about what you're already doing, give a like to this video, share with your dance friends. See you in the next video. Thank you.